Niner 6. Remarks. Density altitude 300. Davenport Municipal Airport, Davenport, Iowa. Automated weather observation 1859er Zulu. Wind 120 at 08.
All right, everybody. Been a while since I flew, about a week now. Going through my checklist here. All right, flight stream's connected. GDL 51R is connected. Audio panel is connected. All right, I made a little small flight plan. Send that to the 650. I'll activate that. We'll go over at 4,500. We'll do an indicated airspeed of 90 knots, and we'll go initial on heading. All right, I think we've got everything set up. Start easing the runway 15. Did a little mag check. Doing a brake check now. Got a couple of more cameras set in a different spot this time. Trying a little bit of everything. Davenport, Piper Dakota 19 Mike, takes from the T's to runway 15, Davenport. Don't really have a destination to go to today, but I need to fly. The plane needs to fly.
Davenport traffic, Dakota 842 Mike, currently 7.5 miles to the northwest and bound for landing, Davenport.
So I'm going to just run out to Tipton just to get the plane going a little bit here. I won't land, I'll just circle. Davenport traffic, Dakota 691 Mike, crossing runway 0321, taxi runway 15, Davenport.
And Dakota, they're at Davenport. Are you sticking around, staying in the pattern?
Runway 0321.
Nah, I'm going to run out to Tipton and then just come back so I can lube up this thing a little bit.
Cool, man. We are here for crosswind landing, so I'm going to set up for runway 21, if that doesn't bother you too much.
Mighty fine. You won't bother me a bit. It is a little bit. I don't know if you'll even feel it in that Dakota. It's just barely coming across there.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Instruments, green. Autopilot, configured. Fuel selector, fullest tank. Fuel pump, on. Carburetor heat, cold. Primer, locked. Mixture, set. Propeller, full forward. Seat belts, fastened. Flaps 2, set. Trim tabs, set neutral. Controls, free and correct.
Davenport traffic, Dakota 842 Mike, currently 3 miles to the northwest. We're going to kind of fly a little west here,
brakes,
overfly midfield for a left downwind entry runway.
Heading bug, set.
Davenport.
Altimeter setting, set. Put the spurs to this mule. Checklist complete.
All right, here we go.
Runway 15.
Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike. Taking runway 15, departure to the northwest, Davenport.
And Davenport, Dakota 842 Mike Mike, we have you in sight. We'll pass behind you to enter the pattern. Davenport traffic.
All right, and here we go. Airspeed indicators coming alive. There's 65 knots. Clean up them flaps a little bit. Come back on the prop. And Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike. Left-hand turnout, departure to the northwest off of runway 15, Davenport.
And Davenport traffic, Dakota 842 Mike Mike, we have the departing traffic in sight. We're behind you about a mile. We're overflying midfield for a downwind entry runway 21. Davenport traffic.
Okay, yep. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start making left-hand turn. I got you in sight as well.
Charlie above.
All right, landing lights coming off. Quad Cities approach, Dakota 6919 Mike.
November 6919 Mike, Quad City approach, block 4532, say altitude and attention.
4532, passing through 2,500 for 4.5. I'm going to go to 8 Charlie 4 Tipton and turn around and come back to Davenport.
November 6919 Mike, radar contact 1 mile north, Davenport Airport, Quad altimeter 2993.
903. Okay, I can turn that doggone air off, some of it. Beautiful day to fly. Not a bump. All the gauges looking good. Engine monitor tells me life is good. Alright, that little beep there means we're 200 feet from our altitude select of 4,500. And she's leveling off. Nice. Alright, I'll come off that prop because I don't need to burn all that fuel. Move the RPM down to about 2,100. Alright, there we go. Gonna go lean a peak. There's Lena Peak. 4,500 burning 11.3 gallons an hour. Perfect. Put in a little rudder trim. Double check everything. Temp's good, pressures are good. Come off fuel pump now. Verify we're gonna hold fuel pressure as the fuel pump comes off. Want at least 0.5 or better. We're good to go there. Nice day to fly. Oh, really good. Still a little bit of snow on the ground, but not a whole lot. Today's about 50 degrees here in Davenport, Iowa. We just got back from Orlando, Florida. Michelle and I stayed down there for about 7 days. Went to Disney, did some fishing over in Lake Butler, some bass fishing, caught a few fish. Stayed with her mom and dad. They rent a place for several months, Snowbirds, over on Lake Butler. And went into, where did we go one time? Epcot. We went into Epcot and they had just opened this new ride from Marvel Comics called Guardians of the Galaxy. And so we rode that, and it's a roller coaster ride inside, and that was the smoothest roller coaster, and it was nice. It was fun. It's the smoothest roller coaster I ever rode. We had a lot of fun doing that. All right, everything looks good.
Cessna 6876 Hotel, contact St. Louis approach 125.8. Safe flight.
125.8 for 76 Hotel. Thank you. Have a great day.
Dakota 19er Mike, radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Safe flight.
19er Mike, see ya.
See ya.
Shout out to them guys and gals over in Moline, Quad Cities. They do a good job. You never hear them biting at nobody, and it's just easy to work with.
Approach Chevron code 49, climbing through 6,700 for 9,500.
Sky Bronco 49 Quad City approach, Quad altimeter 29er 2.
I'll just leave them up because I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm just going to go to close to Tipton and make a U-ey, turn around and go back to Davenport. And actually, I'll probably go buzz the house. Just fly by the house over in Bluegrass. I live on a residential airstrip there, and I got a hangar on my house and all that, but I keep my plane at Davenport. It's a little too soft right now to land at the house. I like landing there and maybe keep my plane a day or two there, but I like the atmosphere at the airport. So I keep my T-hangar at Davenport. And when it comes to rain or something, even in the summertime, you don't want to mess up the runway, which is real hard, but getting to it, taxiing to the runway is a little difficult if it's wet. So I like to be able to want to fly. I want to go. I don't want the rain to stop me. So it's really enjoyable. I might just go by there. My granddaughter's there. Good weather. If I buzz them, they might come out and give us a wave. Yep, still recording. All right, there's Tipton in front of us. I'll go to heading bug on my Garmin 500 autopilot. And I'll make a left-hand turn here, so when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and go back down to 3,500. So I'll set it at 3,500, and I'll use vertical speed to go down of 500 feet per minute, and there she's starting to go down. Of course, every time you punch a button on this 500 autopilot, you always want to go back to the G5 or your G3X, whatever you're using for your scoreboard, and make sure that you double check that the autopilot is doing what you want it to do. Can't stress that enough. That's just a safety thing. Every time you punch a button, you go back and make sure that it's doing that. All right, we'll go ahead and make a turn.
Squad, city approach, Cessna 78650, 14 to the south, inbound for full stop landing.
Cessna 78650, enter right base, runway 9er, and you said it was a full stop, correct?
Right base, runway 9er, and full stop, 650.
Roger.
Yeah, we kind of headed back toward the house. We'll give Moline a call here. The Quad City's here when we get a little closer, so they don't get too nervous. We'll be out of their airspace, but I always want to give them a call to go up with them because it's just safe to do that. And we'll be close, and you never know.
Cessna 650, contact tower.
Yeah, you never know who's going to be coming my way that's not talking to them, and they take care of you. They
Cessna 650, contact tower.
Tower 650.
And I'll switch tanks. Fuel pump's coming on. I'll switch to the left tank now. Fuel pump's coming off. Verify we hold fuel pressure.
Sky Bronco 49, contact St. Louis approach 125.8.
That little beep you heard
125.8, Sky Bronco 49.
is giving me a little alert
Quad City approach.
that we're getting close to Moline's airspace.
At 3,000 feet.
Cessna 6456, Papa Quad City approach, say altitude and intentions.
Coming into Quad City is landing at 13, full stop, and I want to fly at 4,500, please.
Cessna 56 Papa, Roger, squawk 4531.
Squawk Squawk 4531, 56 Papa.
Cessna 56 Papa, radar contact 5 miles northwest of Kiwanee Airport, quad altimeter 299er2. And you said you wanted to land 13, correct?
Yes, please, 56 Papa.
Cessna 56 Papa, roger, you can expect that.
Quad says approach Dakota 69 or 19 Mike.
Dakota 69er 19 Mike, quad city approach, squawk 4537.
4537.
And Cessna 56 Papa, enter the right downwind runway 13.
Right downwind for 13, 56 Papa.
Dakota 19 Mike, radar contact 12 miles west of Davenport Airport, quad city altimeter 299er2, say altitude and intentions.
902 on the meter, level 3,500. I'm going to fly over my house, do a low pass at 60 India Alpha, and climb back up to 2,000, and then I'll be back en route to land Davenport.
Dakota 19 Mike, say again, I had another pilot transmitting as well.
I'm 3,500 now. I'm going to go to 60 India Alpha. I'm going to make a couple of low passes there over the house, and then I'm going to climb back up to 2,000, and then we'll go direct to Davenport.
Dakota 19 Mike, roger, via for altitude. Your discretion, resume on navigation.
19 Mike, Rocco.
Envoy 3713, Quad City approach, fly present
All
heading,
right,
vector
let's go
for
down
visual
to
approach, runway
2,000.
13, and verify you have information, Charlie.
We'll get on down here.
Envoy 3713, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 5,000. Roger. Envoy 3713, turn 10 degrees right, vector for visual approach 13.
All right, we're 4.5 miles from my house right now, straight off the nose.
Cirrus 80 Charlie Delta Quad City approach, quad altimeter 299er1.
Leveling off at 2,000 here. All right, I'll disconnect autopilot. I'll turn ESP off. See nobody else around. I'll end up going like right over my house, and then I'll just kind of do a low speed pass, and then we'll get her on up, go back to Davenport.
$500.
I'll go in with the mixture because I'm going to end up doing a high-speed pass. Come in with the prop. That'll help me slow down a little bit. Put that landing light on. And here we go. Final approach for the house. A little bumpier over here, but we're right next to the Mississippi River.
Envoy 3713, send maintain 3000, Quad City Airport at your 11 o'clock and 12 miles.
Always fun to do that. The neighbors
Envoy
love
3713, clear
it.
visual approach, runway 13.
She might be taking a nap, the baby. I'll make one more, just in case she wants the baby to come out and see.
Quad Cities 282, Juliet Delta 117, descending 1000 with Charlie.
Gulfstream 282, Juliet Delta, Quad City approach, fly heading 330, vector for visual approach, runway 9er.
330 heading for the visual 9, 2 Juliet Delta.
Oh, she's still recording on the iPhone. That's good. All right, we'll do one more low one in here and we'll go on back.
And Gulfstream 2 Juliet Delta, fly heading 320.
Up.
320, 2 Juliet Delta.
Well, I didn't see her. I know they heard me. She might be still a little too chilly to get the baby out. All right, well, we've done enough of that business. Okay, we'll set everything up here. We'll go back to
Sierra Charlie Delta, Clinton Airport, 12 o'clock, 13 miles.
Go back up to 2000. Indicated airspeed of what we got now.
Gulfstream 2 Juliet Delta, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 4000.
Discretion 4000, 2 Juliet Delta.
Alright, now we'll go back to Davenport.
Sierra Charlie Delta, that transmission was not free. I was just letting you know Clinton Airport's at your 12 o'clock, about 11 miles. Sierra Charlie Delta, roger. Sierra Charlie Delta, radar services terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Have a good one. Envoy 3713, contact tower. Departure 8114 Foxtrot Quad City departure, radar contact, VFR altitude, your discretion, and did you want direct A fix for the RNAV 21 into Clinton or just vectors? Departure 14 Foxtrot, roger, proceed direct Cudma for the RNAV 21 approach into Clinton, maintain VFR.
Charlie above in 2.0 miles.
Sierra 0 Charlie Delta radar services terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Sierra 0 Charlie Delta, squawk 1200, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Have a good one.
Go back to Lena Peak.
Runway 9 is for 2 Juliet Delta.
Call stream 2 Juliet Delta, cleared visual approach runway 9er.
Cleared visual runway 9, 2 Juliet Delta.
That was pretty fun. Plus the plane needs to fly. Quad Cities approach, Dakota 691 on a mic, Davenport in sight.
Dakota 19er mic, radar services terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
1 on a mic, see ya.
Cessna 56 Pop.
Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 on a mic, 5.5 miles to the west-southwest at 2,000. We'll cross over midfield, turn left downwind, runway 15, Davenport. I see one other plane in the pattern. We'll keep an eye out for him. I'm going to turn this doggone air off completely. Whew, I got a little chilled up in here. A lot of these guys that fly out of Davenport, you got a lot of Cubs and small, the malls and things like that. Some of them don't have radios, so, and they don't have to. They're out here enjoying themselves. So, ADSB here, we got to keep an eye on that. I'll show him kind of off my nose here. So I'm going to make an evasive turn to the left until I get him in sight. Feet above me. Oh, got him in sight right there. Oh, that's an RV, I think. Can't tell. Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 on mic, 2.5 miles to the west-southwest. We're going to cross over midfield for a left downwind one-way, 15 Davenport. Yeah, he's no factor now. All right, we'll turn the landing light on. Autopilot's disconnected, so we're now hand flying. We'll go ahead and start slowing down. We're at pattern altitude. All right, fuel pump's coming on. Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 on a mic, turning left downwind, one-way 15 Davenport. I like to keep my speed up till I'm on final, actually, even if I got to extend my final a little bit. I don't like getting slow. I don't do it, so I stay around at least maneuvering speed. This thing slows down pretty good. All right, gas is on the proper tank. Fuel pump is on. Undercarriage is down and bolted. Mixture is set, proper get in a minute. Seat belt's buckled. I'm looking for flap speed. And there's my flap speed. 1 notch of flaps. Davenport, Piper Dakota 19 Mike, turning left base, runway 15, Davenport. All right, 2 notches of flaps.
Whiteside traffic, Skyhawk 962 to Quebec. This is about 12 miles to the northeast. We're going to overfly the field and then enter a midfield left downwind for runway 25, Whiteside.
Davenport, Piper Dakota 19 Mike, turning final, runway 15, Davenport. All right, we'll go ahead and put that prop in now. That'll help slow us down.
Final runway 15.
Full flaps. We'll make sure ESP is off, and it is. And now we're at 80 knots on final. So I can start slowing down a little bit more. Looking for about 70. There's 70 knots. Bring the numbers to us and then transition down the runway for a flare. Round out. Perfect. Flaps are coming up. Landing light is off. Fuel pump is off.
Runway 0321.
Approaching a intersecting runway here.
Runway
We always want to look.
0321.
Sometimes people will, they did get some practice in on a little crosswind land, like that other lady was doing with that Dakota. All right, be mindful of that. Davenport, Piper Dakota 19 Mike, clear the active, Davenport. Davenport, Piper Dakota 19 Mike, taxi from Carver to the T's, Davenport. All right, there's a guy coming out. We have to go around here. All right, let's clear. All right, I'm going to reset my trim for takeoff for the next flight. I sure appreciate y'all coming along with me on this, I call it a maintenance flight, to maintain everything that's going on with my beautiful, beloved Dreamcatcher. That's what Michelle and I named our plane, the Dreamcatcher. We sure do catch a lot of dreams with it, I tell you. I wouldn't trade this plane for a brass monkey. All right, guys and gals, I hope to see y'all again on one of my trips where we're going to have a little fun. Of course, just flying around is just always fun, as can be. But sooner or later, we'll take a trip, and I hope to see y'all there.